love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared.
What's up, grinders? It's the morning. Maybe I shouldn't yell. It's the morning. But I know, hey, it's late on the other side. So hey, I saw some people, Sydney, it's nighttime, it's dinner time, and over in Greece, yo. But hey, it's morning here. Grab a cup of coffee if you're celebrating morning, or get your coffee with Bailey's if it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And we're gonna go over some things here. You know, the hustle and bustle of the holiday weekend. It's crazy, so I have some quiet time here. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let me get on here. Can't deny what crazy stuff's been going on here. I just figured, hey, let's get the Grindhouse open and let's chat about it. And just talk about it here, because it has been wild times. So
You just made the list!
do this. Yo, what's up, Thrifty? How you doing, man? Sorry I couldn't make it. It was we were discussing gifts and everything with the missus, and the night got away. There you go. So thank you. Hit that like button. Share it out, grinders. Let them know. Put the grind signal out. Let me play my new background music. Let me see if this works. Let's see. I don't know if it's... Let me know if it's too low. I want some background music. Let's see. There we go. Let me know if that's too loud. I'll adjust the audio on that one. But we need some Grindhouse background music here when we go through the news and stuff. Shout out to everybody coming on in. Hit that like button. Let's go, Nick. What's up, Harlem, PS Gamer, Muhammad, Shadow Link, Lord Hog? Yes, I'm addicted. You know, talking about things, man, just to start off gaming. Dude, God of War Valhalla, I've been playing a lot of that. Incredible. Incredible. I love how they did the story stuff, dude. The story stuff in there is so cool. and the flashbacks, hint, and all this other stuff. It is, man, it's great. I really enjoy it. It's incredible how they entwined the gameplay and all the leveling up and the weapon variety, the enemy variety, all that stuff with God of War Valhalla. So definitely check it out this weekend if you get back into God of War. But it is friggin' awesome what they've done. Like, they basically created God of War Returnal. That's what I'm gonna say. God of War Returnal. And they do the same thing with the boss levels, and it's just all strategy. Like, what doors you want to take to get into to level up a rune, to level up a weapon, and then boom, mini boss fight. Then you cash it in and you do the big boss fight. It is and what's so cool, another thing I'm going to add to the God of War Valhalla, because it's about gaming, everybody. You know, it's about gaming. It's so nice just to focus on Kratos combat without having to, you know, hit triangle all the time, or get a secondary character and making them do their moves. Like, I remember I was always like spamming, you know, Atreus doing his arrows and stuff like that to stun enemies. Like, it's so nice just to focus just on Kratos, his weapons, and not worry about, you know, your supporting characters and doing their functions as well. Even though they would kind of combo into it, the fact that they're not there, it's nice just to focus on just him and his combat there. But man, I'm up to the second boss on the thing. I just died on the second level there, but the story element in between the first and second was awesome. It was really cool. It was awesome. So, like, I definitely... Oh, more God of War, like God of War Hades. Yeah, the reason why I say Returnal is, like, because he goes into different rooms and stuff like that. So there's, like, different rooms and doors. I feel like you don't know what's on the other side of that door. It could be different enemies, different type, different layout, and it's just a different kind of, you know, blocks or, like, arenas, per se. But it's really cool. It really is good. And I just can't believe how much additional voice acting. Like, it really is like a full DLC. Like, it is voice acting, the combat, the capture and stuff. Like, it really crazy. A whole mode, like a whole thing there. Pretty crazy on that one. But definitely check out God of War Valhalla. That's the gift over there. Let's see here. Uh-oh, no, I do not want to do... Oh no, don't tell me my hold on. My voice mod wants to update. Yeah, right? Zero, that was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome on that one. Just the way, yeah. It's just the way that they I'll tell you, man, they have done an incredible job with God of War. Like it like that new Kratos and the story elements and how, again, like I wasn't like a die-hard God of War. Like, I told you, I never had a PS2. Like I never even playing PS3. Like the first God of War I really completed was 3, and just going through that, like I'm not like this. Oh, I know Kratos from the beginning and stuff like that. Like I have more history of Master Chief than I have with Kratos. But the incredible jump from what they did in the previous God of Wars and what he did there to what he did now, and kind of using those flashbacks as things that he regrets, the things that he doesn't want to be in. They've done such a great job of like adding such depth to Kratos in that, and it's so cool. And really, Mamiya's like, you know, integration with this, and even Mamiya's history and his relationships and things like that. Like they've done such an excellent job of building out the lore of and the world, especially in Ragnarok with God of War, and they can build off of that, you know. And likewise, they've done the same things with the Spider-Man characters, and even with you know, the Last of Us, and also with this. Like they just have a way of integrating side characters or other characters and get meaningful story back to them as well, and that keeps you engaged, right? And it's just a really good way, and they used to do it, you know. Gears did it and Halo did it. That's kind of things that you do. You build these worlds of characters that mean something, like with Dom, you know, and Maria and his quest for that one, and you know, Master Chief and Cortana, even though they they gave us the bootleg Cortana at the end. Like, you know, they built up that whole story and they kind of scrapped it. But that was sad part on Infinite. But, you know, they built these characters in these worlds. And I like that stuff. That stuff is really good because I like a meaningful story. I don't like don't waste my time. If you follow me here, you know, don't waste my time on this one. But yeah, definitely check out God of War DLC on that one. I know Frogs is finishing that thing up too, and yeah, definitely. Oh, Twisted, you said you feel Spider-Man 2 played it safe. Really? You think it played it safe? I thought they threw a lot at it. I don't know. There's definitely things that they could have done more, obviously, because the world is huge. But I think they added a lot, though. I think they added a lot. What's up, Gamer? UK, what's up, man? How you doing? That's right, Harlem. It was a perfect decision. It was. Oh, God of War sold 15 million, Jacob Walker. Of course, dude, it's incredible. It's a great game. And the story is incredible. And they did such a great job with the first. See? You did such a great job with the first one. Hey, you build off of that one. And they really did a great job building on the sequels. I have to say, you know, the way Horizon and God of War, even those two games, and then the sequels, they really fleshed out the sequels, man. Made them bigger than that. Music, annoying says the music is annoying. Is it too annoying? Did I lower it more? It is like in my ear, though. I don't know. What about... I could lower it. Just have like really low. Just so there's not dead air. There we go. We'll keep it low. Because it is loud in my ear. I feel like I'm shouting over it on that one. So we'll just keep it low on there. So, anyway. So let's get into the topics. As you can see here, what is that? I still haven't yet to get... Oh my god. Zero Seal hasn't got the Spider-Man 2 yet? Yeah, this is an open chat. We're going to talk about topics and stuff. Yeah, just come on and we're hanging out. Figured, you know, get this before the hustle and bustle I gotta run out there. Yes! Yo, dude, I added you. Annoyingly, I added you to the Discord thing. I said, let me know what you need. And we'll talk about it. You know, I could do Discord chat with you and we'll talk about it. But yeah, Annoying is gonna be working on the Discord. We're gonna spruce that up for next year, Grinders. We're gonna have a full Grindhouse Discord. That's what we need. We're expanding. We're pulling the Xbox and PlayStation. We're expanding our reach here at the Gaming Grindhouse. We first started as a little house. Then we added the pool when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Then we added the addendums on 2,000 subscribers. And as we're on our way to 3,000 subscribers, we're blowing this thing up. Did you see? Annoying. I'm sorry, man. I'll check on the Discord. I'll do that thing. It's been crazy here. Sorry, man. You replied days ago. Oh, dude, definitely. I will fix the Discord on there. I can put clips and we'll do things like that. Sorry, Annoying. I will respond to you after the show. I'll talk to you on that one. But definitely something I want to do for the new year on that thing with the Discord. So, see, you tell how great I am with Discord. I'm going third party. Grindhouse everywhere. Hey, Grindhouse everywhere. You know, that reach. What's this? Oh, they added a Santa. Oh, it is. They added a fireplace now. And ho, ho, ho. Oh man, we got some ho ho hos. Oh man, there we go. Oh my goodness, I got new ho ho hos. A blizzard. Oh my goodness, this is fun. I got all this new stuff now. Man, we're expanding. That's right, Thrifty. Yeah, me and Kratos. So what happened on to go through what happened, and again, I'm not gonna cover, you know, specifically show anything or where things are or anything like that. Oh, you mean most of the story, Twisted? Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. I can see, but so nah, we didn't start, Billy. We're good. You're good, Billy. So anyway, share it out. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new coming in here. This, you know, we do the Gaming Grindhouse on Monday nights. Obviously, we're not going to do it this week because it's the holidays, Christmas. But you know, keep it locked here. I might be doing the videos here and there, but definitely want to do more videos on that one. Now, let me know if you like. You know, if you want shorter videos, I could do like a quick kind of, you know, 15-minute video and do that. Or if I go live, the thing is, going live, it's kind of like I gotta make sure like I could dedicate the time to go live, which I prefer. That's the way I like to go, because I like to just chat and talk, interact. Like, it's so weird just making a video and not seeing responses. What's up, True Virgil? You come bringing it on in. How you doing, man? How you doing, man? So at the end of our show on Monday, the leak just came out. Like, there was like Insomniac got hacked. Insomniac got the leaks. And the leaks started coming out, and it was initially as Wolverine, and then all of a sudden more and more just started happening. And we'll go over just some of the things to highlight. But again, I'm not going to show any videos or anything like that, because I don't want to. I try to not see it myself. And, you know, it's the nature of the thing. Like, if you care about the game and the story and want to be surprised, just like you avoid spoilers with any games you're looking forward to, you're not going to go hunt it out and go say, like, hey, you know, let me go see what happens. Who's the bosses? I'm done. Okay, you know, some people could do it and don't mind. I like some of the surprise elements, man. It's so hard nowadays to impress people and surprise people when there's some levels of surprisement. And, you know, I'll leave it as that. So I'm not going to share them or anything like that. We'll talk about some of the business stuff that came out of there and what happened. But, you know, some of the news that came out of the leaks, because definitely, you know, I'll talk about that, because that definitely, and also the media's response to it is so strange. You know, some of them were just like, you know, I'm not covering the leaks. Like, you could talk about the news. You don't just have to show the game. But, you know, I think the thing is with the Insomniac is that they just released a beloved game in Spider-Man 2. Everybody loves the Spider-Man, and they did such a great job. And, you know, it's unfair that they were targeted with this. And the fact that they're cooking. We know they're cooking. We see they're cooking. We got the roadmap in a way that we don't want, and I'll talk about that roadmap. But we don't need to, like, you know, it seemed like they're more of like, they just came off of being like a darling of the industry, and people are like, oh no, I don't want to do that. And I could see why, because I kind of feel the same way. Like, they did such a great job. Like, let's go get the studios that haven't done anything. Not that I, you know, want hacking or anything like that, but like, let's hear from the people that haven't said anything, right? But anyway, media was kind of weird on that whole thing. But we got a roadmap. That's right, Delta. Yeah, we wanted a roadmap. We got a roadmap. And actually, they responded today. Like, there was been quiet on Sony's end. No response to anything. And we just got one today. So I'll share that after we go over what was leaked and talking about that one. That's right, Claymore. It's the story spoilers of the roadmap. And again, I'm just going to allude to it. I'm not popping it up because who knows if they're going to start, you know, that's another reason why. I didn't know if they're going to start shutting channels down or anything like that if you start sharing it, which that's why I don't want to do, because I don't want to get be in jeopardy of any of that stuff. So I'll just mention some of the things there. But yeah, it was a little, you know, but again, they're coming off of the game. I could see where it is, but in all fairness, you know, news is news, right? News is news. But you don't have to say, hey, here's the link or here's the gameplay. Like, no, but just talking about it, because it is interesting. It is interesting where it is. And we wanted a roadmap. And again, a lot of this comes from the quiet times of Sony. Like, Sony's been kind of quiet. People are hungry for information. So if there's a little bit of information, you know, people are going to jump on it. But I don't want to hear about the story. I'm not going to talk about the story. I didn't even look at it because I'm not looking at it, dude. That's right. See, Frogs, what's up, man? Frog says it's tragic that the leak happened, and exactly, because I think a lot of people wanted to be surprised as to what was coming, like the XMEN and all that other stuff, you know, those announcements, but it kind of like, you know, jumped out. But if it is true, and that's the thing, if it is true, because nobody confirmed anything, they didn't say, oh yeah, guys, so they've been quiet, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff, and I excited me. I'm like, oh yeah, now we're going. Let's go, and it makes sense. So, because one of the things that came out was this, like what Frog said, like what Twisted's saying with the X-Men thing, is that they are going to be working on X-Men for the foreseeable future. So, according to what again, this is all. What is this? Let me get to this thing. So, hold on here. No more. And that is the thing. Like the fact that they locked down this. So here it is. This is I'm going to cover more of the news articles that covered it rather than just going into the, because I don't want to show the actual things here. Look at my display. There it is. There it comes. So yeah. So apparently, like the thing that came out of here. So for Wolverine, Venom. We kind of knew that some Venom twist thing was going to be on there. Happy holidays, man, Mr. Tennis. We kind of knew like there was going to be a Venom spinoff or something like that. I was thinking, my predictions was that a Venom spinoff was going to be akin to Miles Morales. Basically a Miles Morales kind of size game, Venom game. And considering, Venom is in the Spider-Man 2. And seems to be true. Then there was the leak about before this whole thing about the whole multiplayer Spider-Verse game. That was another thing that came out. Whether that's continued to go on, we don't know. Only one thing's been confirmed as of today. So all this other stuff is just from these leaked slides, whether things change. If you've been a fan of this channel, we know that the Phil Ness says things change all the time. When talking about 2027 and all this other stuff, strategies change. So we don't know. But it seems like from what they're cooking, XMEN is going to be part of this whole thing. So apparently Sony got these information about PlayStation about the X-Men games will be on a PlayStation console exclusive until 2035. So they plan on making, so according to these slides, they said that Marvel signed an exclusive deal with Sony to develop X-Men games until 2035. The leaked documents reveal that Sony's plans for Insomniac and Marvel titles. The leaked documents indicate that Marvel's Wolverine may be the first game of the X-Men series, with a potential release in 2026, followed by Insomniac's first X-Men game in 2030. Oof. Man. That's a long time back. That's another. What is that? That will be. Whew, we're out there. We're out there. The licensed games require Insomniac to sell at least 6 million units of one of the major titles, with the first year of release on PlayStation and PC combined, with Marvel taking a royalty cut of 35 to 50% of hardware bundles and net sales. So, according to the leaked documents, they signed a deal exclusivity with X-Men for the 30. Oh, this is from that ransomware attack. And remember, Marvel also went ahead and did that EA deal with a 3-game deal that includes Iron Man and Black Panther that Skydance Media also worked on. And then we also see Blade, which as of now has not been confirmed exclusivity, but will it be? I don't know. If they're requiring Sony to sell 6 million, are they requiring Arcane to sell 6 million? That's going to be a tall order if they're just putting that on Xbox, dude. But the main thing is here with the X-Men, think about it. If you didn't see the Marvels, which, it was a real kind of weird movie, but in the MCU, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's right now a little in disarray. But what are they doing right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? They're starting to integrate X-Men. They're teasing X-Men. They're bringing X-Men into there for that. Well, they lined up now the games to kind of go along where Marvel tries and wants to head their franchises. They want to integrate X-Men into the cinematic universe. Why not have X-Men in the gaming as well? And hear me out here. Look at how Spider-Man worked. They put Spider-Man in the MCU, right? And I'm not no comic craziness person, but I'm not into all tons of comics and all storylines and stuff. But I just see what I see. They put Spider-Man into the MCU in Civil War, right? The game hits. They start putting the suits. No Way Home, Homecoming. Far From Home, Homecoming. So the movies just add reinforcement to the good game, like to that. And then they introduced Miles Morales with Into the Spider-Verse. Now, Miles Morales gets his own game. You see, and we're seeing the integrations of either the costumes, characters from the show movies into the games. Definitely with the costumes. So moving forward, the next step in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is to integrate X-Men. Now we got Wolverine. Deadpool 3's coming out. Wolverine is in there. Do you see where we're going here? Do you see? And Insomniac is making their own Marvel Universe. That's right, Jacob. That's exactly what they're doing. Insomniac is making their own. And we already see how much they fleshed out with Spider-Man, how many characters they have and what they can do. And then even throwing Venom in there and trying to do a Venom. And even, Sony with their Venom movie and stuff like that. But you see, you kind of could see the pathway of how they're feeding off of one another to get attention and hype from the public. You could see how the movies, the games, they're kind of limboing with each other, right? If you per se, right? Deadpool game, ooh, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be definitely an M. Definitely an M. So this is one of the big things. So this is excited. It's unfortunate this is how it came out, but it seems like Insomniac's going to be cooking a lot of superhero games. I know some people. I don't know how you feel about that. That they're working on the studios, like Insomniac is doing this, and then apparently they leaked another IP. There was going to be an IP, maybe another Ratchet somewhere in there, but mainly working on these games. And I tell you, this is the thing that I took out of this. This is the leak from one studio's roadmap. One studio. Whatever 20-something studios they have. One studio roadmap to 2030. One studio. And they're going to deliver all that. Venom, Wolverine, X-Men, Spider-Man 3. That's one studio. One. And if they do this well, like they've done Spider-Man, let them do more. If Spider-Man's a success, the way they told Spider-Man, they didn't just make Spider-Man's skin run around the city, dude. The characters, like I said before, they've done a great job in storytelling and integrating these characters and expanding on them. So if they do so well with adding to the character, the comic book character, in their gaming universe, build it up. And if you remember, Grinders, I don't know if I could find it immediately, but let me see if I could find it quickly, because I wanted to, knowing this, right? Because we always like to go back to the tapes, right? We like to go back to the tapes. Remember this. Watch this. See, nobody pulls this up. Hit the like button, Grinders. Watch this. Watch this. Remember this. Something dev. Oh, see, I'm gonna try to find it. Oh, is this it? I had it in my videos. Here it is. I got it. Grinders, I tell you, I found it. So listen to this. Now knowing what we know. Is this, where's the interview? Oh, no, I want the interview. Well, we'll get the quote. So remember when they interviewed Spider-Man 2's creative director, Brian Eichar, right? Inthar, sorry, I said that wrong. Where is it? Where's this quote? Here we go. This is what they said. They asked him about a hypothetical Spider-Man 3. The Spider-Man 2 creative director. tell me now, knowing what we know from the leak, now let's go back and look at the quote. Hit that like button. Here we go. He said, if Spider-Man 1 was like our Iron Man, and Spider-Man 2 was like Civil War, where do we logically go from there? He did not give the answer, but he said it would be pretty epic. And people want to think Avengers Endgame. And what did Endgame do so well? It brought all the storylines and characters together. Grinders, grinders, grinders.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Are you not excited?
Activate. Activate.
No, baby. Knowing what we know now. We know. What did he say? Spider-Man was Iron Man. Why Iron Man? That was the start of the cinematic universe. Spider-Man 2 was Civil War. That was the beginning of the integration. Where do we go from there? Why use those movies? Why? Spider-Man 2 is like Avengers 1. But hey, I don't know. Whatever this guy said, we know where we're going. So let's hope it. It's ambitious. Can they do it? Dude, they've been pumping out games, man. Insomniac has been the studio of the generation, I'll have to say. For the amount of the quality games that they've been pumping out and what they've been able to do, let's go. Best purchase of the decade. You want to talk about studio purchases? Nothing beats what Insomniac has done. And they hit their stride. They can make... And listen, people I see go, well, they're Marvel Studio. They do all the Marvel games. If you remember, before Spider-Man, what did they do? Yes, Sunset Overdrive. But even that, before that, like, they were kind of making... They made what? They made shooters? They made what? They made like, they kind of started doing, like, I think Spider-Man 1 is based off a lot of the traversal things that they've learned for the from Sunset Overdrive and things like that. So they've hit a stride with Spider-Man, and now they're gonna blow it up with this. And if they go Endgame, man, I'm for a video game Endgame. But do it. One studio, everybody, one. And if they could sprinkle in some new IP and things like that, fine. But, like, if they're good at this and their stuff is selling and people want more of it,
list.
then do it. Right? Then do it. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, Resistance, and Sunset. Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
You just made the list.
They've done a lot. They've done first-person shooters. They've done the, that. They've done a lot. And think about it, too. You look at Ratchet and Clank with the portals. You get Spider-Man with the Spider-Verse. Listen, I trust them to do a great job because they already have done a great job. And we'll see it with Wolverine. We'll see what that turns out into. And this. But this coming from the leaks, the X-Men are under Insomniac and Sony locked it down. And you know where the Marvel Cinematic Universe wants to take with X-Men. And they buddied up with Insomniac and Sony to say, you're going to take us in the video game world with X-Men while we do the movie world. Hopefully they get their shit together. You know what I mean? For the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that's the exciting thing. For us gamers, like, coming out of this leak and stuff like that. This excited me. I'm like, X-Men? All this stuff? Maniolas, what? VIP grind for 20 months, man. Thank you, VIP. And Veja, a VIP for 3 months, says, why doesn't Naughty Dog look for an in-house Sony studio to license out Factions 2 and just cash in the 1% on everything sold? Merry Christmas, Jez in chat. Thank you. Yo, what's up, Shadow Link? Let's hit that like button. That's right. Let's get these likes up. Maybe I'll do the Grindhouse Before Christmas poem. Oh no, we'll see. Don't want to tease anything there, but I don't know why the Factions 2 cancellation we spoke about last week. That was last Friday's thing. That's right, man. Yo, I was thinking the same thing. The Hulk reference in the trailer, like with his first appearance of Hulk with the comic books on that wall, on that actually the thumbnail that I had on that one. But I don't know. This Factions thing, it's canceled, but stop development. Will they integrate it in the new one when they bring it back? I don't know. But them saying like this was the most ambitious, it was better than anything out there. I'm sure the developers have a lot of pride in what they worked on. But it sucks, and that's why I ranted on it last week, because I'm like, I don't like when we don't get games. Spider-Man 3's Infinity War, oh baby, I know, right? So knowing, and that's why I always like going back to quotes and stuff. We do this with Phil Ness all the time, and Jim Ness, and the new Neil Ness. Go back and, knowing what we know now and go and listen to what they were alluding to. And see, back then, they said earlier this month, senior narrative director John Paquette hinted at a possible Venom spin-off in the style of Spider-Man Miles Morales. See, they already kind of alluded to that Venom. So that thing wasn't a super surprise out of the leak. X-Men was the big thing. And the fact that Wolverine they showed gameplay to Wolverine and people are playing it on PC, an early development thing on it, which we'll talk about. Which, by the way, from the leak, so just to kind of talk about this thing, I agree, Claymores. And that was the main thing with Last of Us, yeah. Yes, I saw that, Drep. That pissed me off, too. I don't like how they said with First Contact shutting down. Yo, what's up, Gadget? So, this is the thing. Like, with the leak of Wolverine, then gameplay leak, screenshots, story elements, all this stuff, video, and actually a playable build of the game Wolverine leaked, and people on PC are playing it. And apparently they're getting, I don't know if it's true or not. Again, a lot of this stuff, is it true, is it not? I'm just telling you what happened. They're getting some notifications, but who knows nowadays with AI and all this stuff, people creating documents. I don't know. But I hope they get their dues, because, if people want to play a jank version of Wolverine to say they played it, hey, do it. Whatever. Yes, I heard that, Alfonso. The guy that leaked GTA got busted. That's right. Thank you for being a member of 12 months. He got busted. He did it with a Fire Stick in under watch. He hacked it with an Amazon Fire Stick. Isn't that crazy? Hackers, man. There's some bull. Some bull. Oh, the community notes got them. There's no runnable Xbox. That's what I mean. That's why I'm not quick to react on stuff. I let stuff cook. I'll let some stuff cook. If there's something that's pretty egregious, I'll jump on it. But otherwise, no. Get out of here. Annoying Noble. Do we know Ben's new game? It just leaked too? Is it real? I don't. You know what? I'm not even talking about it. I'm not sharing new leaks here. Because I'm not like the media who wants to be, let me just say a bunch of bullshit up front. I'll retract it later. I'll retract it later because we were wrong. They just knee-jerk reaction to everything. And then you find out that it's all just the opposite. Oh, I was wrong and all this stuff. Now, because I'm not, it is what it is. There's some things that everybody's running with that may be real, and other things like, those emails and stuff like that. But some of these leaks, who knows now? The community notes are shutting down Wolverine running on an Xbox. I don't know. But anyway, a playable build was happening. And I saw a lot of people going down the whole, oh man, just cancel Wolverine now. A bootleg build is out there and they're playing it on PC. It's ruined. Yeah, sure, Annoying, you can. The Neilness. Like, it's ruined. Don't even release it. I saw things going around like that with Wolverine. Don't even release it now. This is so bad. And, it was coming from that certain group of, like, they wear their green. They're the first ones to know doom and gloom. I'm like, dude, for people that love positivity and don't shoot down Phil Ness and love Phil, and the Xbox is so positive, the first thing they do is they love to say that Sony's closing up shop. Like, come on, dude. Really? You should worry about your own backyard, because I can tell you, there's a lot more concerning things that will actually physically, like, they were verbally said under oath in emails to the people in interviews galore, and we're going over some leaked slides that basically reiterate what was said, but it's not the same thing. We'll talk about it. But here we go. So, update on Insomniac with the Wolverine, because I don't want to jump around too much. So everybody was saying that the game was playable. This is horrible. The story leaked. The characters leaked. All the stuff of Wolverine. Just cancel it. This is so bad. I saw people going like, oh yeah, just don't even release it. It's done. What? I saw glimpses because I couldn't, like, it just happened, right? Dude, I want to play it. What are you talking about? Cancel it. Oh, this is bad. The story element. Well, anyway, Insomniac responded today. This is the first response to the leaks all week, because this thing happened on Monday night. So, Insomniac, hot off the presses, right before the show, Insomniac responded. First time addressing the leaks. Thank you for the outpouring of compassion and unwavering support. It's deeply appreciated. We're both saddened and angered about the recent criminal cyber attack on our studio and the emotional toll it's taken on the dev team. And that's the biggest thing in this whole thing. Like, you work hard on this stuff, and to see it come out not the way that you want. Like, think about it. If you were an artist, because you got to think, a lot of these guys and girls are artists, right? You work on this painting for a couple of years, and you're painting it, but you're not done. And then somebody takes a picture of it and shares it out, and everyone's like, "Oh, this sucks," or "Oh, this looks okay," and you forgot, you didn't get a chance to put the trees in, you didn't put the sky in, you didn't put the beach in. Like, you're missing all this stuff, and people are already going, "Oh, this looks like trash." It's like, dude, it wasn't done yet. I didn't finish putting the trees in. And think about it. Like, you want a complete thing to be presented on a painting, going, "Hey, here you go." So yeah, for the people working on it in secret, like, I'm sure they're under NDAs, like, "Hey, don't say anything to your family, don't share any assets, blah blah blah." And then to be all working in under like NDA and working quietly on this stuff so it doesn't leak, to be like, "Oh man, this is how it's gonna get out there." It sucks. It sucks for them. But the main thing, too, is that personal information. That's some bullshit right there. That's bull. I hate that. And that's the problem. Like, with these hackers and stuff like that, the main thing is their identity stuff. It's not even the news of the game releases and stuff. That's what we care about. But, like, the fact that they have personal information, that's the stuff that they're going for, which is horrible. Piss me off. So, anyway, they have focused inwardly on the last several days to support each other, because a lot of people's information. My art isn't done yet. That's right, Jacob. So think about how you would feel. You know what I mean? That's right, Jenna. They got to fix that stuff. Roast their asses for doing what they're doing. That's horrible. We are aware that the stolen data includes personal information belonging to our employees, former employees, and independent contractors. It also includes early development details about Marvel's Wolverine for PlayStation 5. No question about where that is. We continue working quickly to determine what data was impacted. The experience has been extremely distressing for us. We want everybody to enjoy games we develop as intended and as our players deserve. However, like Logan, Insomniac is resilient. And here you go. Marvel's Wolverine continues as planned. The game is in early production and will no doubt greatly evolve throughout development, as do all our plans.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Enough from me. we're gonna have the games do our talking.
They're rallying. They're rallying. This game is continuing on. So enough of this. Oh, they're gonna cancel it because some dude is playing it on PC with no shadows and no ground and he has goddamn penis claws and all this other stuff. Nah, you can play that jank version all you want. They're still going ahead. And then why wouldn't they? We've seen early builds of things. They leak. Hell, I remember when they showed Spider-Man and the multiplayer, and they're like, oh yeah, the Spider-Man water and stuff. Like, oh, the puddles. You want to go play with your friggin' Wolverine penis claws right now in that edition? Enjoy yourself. They're moving ahead with it. So they kind of squash any kind of doubt that this game has been leaked and, we're scrapping it, which I don't understand that. But they came out. This is the first time they came out and said this. Rage Nuts and what clause? This is the jank version. They're resilient like Logan. That's right. While we appreciate everybody's enthusiasm, we will share official information about Marvel's Wolverine when the time is right. So that's another thing. So will they? And this also states too. Were they going to jump in front of this? Were they going to get like? I know, right? Me first, like cancel the game. Like that's what people were saying. Like, oh, this is the worst leak in history. Just cancel Wolverine. Oh yeah, and you know who it was coming from. You know who it was coming from. No, not actually Phil Spencer. Not him. Not him. He didn't say anything about it, but not him. But those that celebrate him. Well, just cancel the game. It's done now. That's it. Let's talk about Blade. Like, please. Anyway, that also addresses whether they were gonna jump in front of this. Whether they're gonna come out and be like, "Yo, the tax collectors." What they're gonna jump in front and say, "Hey, yo, here's some gameplay." And it seems like no, when the time is right. I'm expecting we'll probably see more Wolverine next year, obviously. But we will see. On behalf of everyone at Insomniac, thank you for your ongoing support during this challenging time. And yeah, shout out to them. It sucks that this happened. And again, the personal information of former employees too. That's messed up. And they got a plan, man. They got a roadmap. You saw the roadmap. You know what they're going to do. They're going endgame. Let's see if they can do it. But they've been doing a great job with what they have already. So you only could approach with optimism in the sense that we can only go based off of what they've done. And that's awesome. So let me see here. What's going on here? Let me just see something. But that was their first response. Sony never responded to any of this stuff. What's real, what's not. Let me see. I don't see anything here. What is this? Oh, that's whatever for that. But yeah, so that was the roadmap on that stuff. And then I've seen some other leaks, like, and again, a lot of these things, it's about Sony expanding, going, quote, third party, people are saying, on this other stuff. That was another thing with the leaks. Besides the Wolverine stuff, there was this slide. Again, was it real? Is it collaborated? Sony's not going to be like, oh yeah, that slide is real. So we're not going to get official confirmation, either from the people who leaked it, going, no, this is real, or the people who created it going, no, this is real. So we don't know what the situation is with the slides and all these other things, like these PlayStation slides are saying secret Sony Entertainment. Who the hell knows about putting PlayStation Plus on everything? And I'm not going to show the slides here, but a lot of the discussion was Sony looking to expand, putting PlayStation Plus on other devices, such as phones, Bravia TVs, Android TVs. Where can they put PlayStation Plus, and where can they put PlayStation Plus on mobile? Can they add value there? PlayStation Plus on PC. Again, to be honest, none of this is new. None of this is like hot off the presses. Oh my God, Sony. PlayStation wants to expand, right? Why wouldn't you? Grindhouse wants to expand. You're never satisfied with just what it is. Like, you want to grow. So two things came out of these leaks. And again, we don't know if these are real or not. Sony's not going to confirm they're real slides or not, but I want to talk about the slides. One was about putting PlayStation Plus everywhere, adding that service everywhere. And the other one was the impact of the Activision Blizzard deal. But none of these should be new. This is exactly what we've known about. We know that Sony wants to put games on PC, but they want to do it after it makes its money. I've always said the waterfall method. Why is that so bad? I don't understand that. Because guess what? I remember people going crazy when all movies were going right into HBO Max day one when the movie theaters were shut down. Well, if that was such a great business model, put all your high quality movies thrown in a service day one, don't you think they will still continue to do that? But as soon as the movie theaters opened up, the first thing they did, get back into the movie theaters. Get your ad. This is only in theaters. Only in theaters. Why? That's where they make their money, and we'll put it on the subscriptions later. If Sony follows that model, why is that wrong? There will be games. They said it themselves. There will be games day and date on PC. And Mr. Herman Holtz said this. Like, I don't know why this is a Quality Splits. Herman Holtz says games on PC. What was it, Herman? I think it was Herman. Like, this is not new. Herman Holtz, when did he say it? He said it a year ago. What did he say? No, that was Bungie. This is not it. Yeah. Herman Holtz says gas games to be released day and date on PC. Single players at least 1 year. Remember, we do this all the time. Here you go. Single player games at least 1 year after console release. The quality splits. Like, this is what he said. Gas games. And what just happened, everybody? What just happened? They pulled back on their gas games. Those were the ones that were going to be day and date, right? They pulled back on their gas games because the gas games were going to be day and day on PC, like Concord. And listen, that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. The thing is, for me, I don't want quality to suffer by spreading the studios thin. That's the thing. Because we've seen when studios that traditionally make first-party games are asked now to put games everywhere, we heard it from the devs, specifically 343. Well, we can't put all these things in the game because we got to worry about all the different configurations of PCs and all this other stuff. I don't want to hear that, because then you're compromising the game because now you're trying to put it on more places on day one. Why don't you focus your development on the platform, release it there in the best optimized version, do what it does there, and while work on the PC version and deliver the PC version of the expectations. Why put out an inconsistent product day one, doesn't have widescreen support, doesn't have this? PC guys want widescreen, PC guys want field of view sliders. Oh, we couldn't put those in there. Here's the console version. It's not optimized. And you hear the excuses. Why do we want, as a consumer, that product that's not ready for this mass multi-platform release? Instead, focus on the hardware. Your first party. You make hardware first party. Then put it on PC and make sure the PC version has all the expectations that a PC gamer wants. Field of view sliders, all the customizations with turning off specific assets and things like that. Make sure that that tweaking stuff is on the PC version. Rather than putting out one size fits all, thinking that everybody's going to be smiling and nobody's smiling because it's not meeting the expectations of the console gamer and it's not meeting the expectations of the PC gamer. That's what I don't want, because that's our end product. That's what we use as gamers, right? We don't want incomplete games. We don't want games that we're sorry, we'll fix it later. That's the service. We don't want that. Because guess what? They're not asking less of us, right? They're not saying, oh, well, you know what, Grindhouse? You know what, guys? Because the game doesn't have all these features put into it and we're going to add it over time, we're going to charge you only $30 right now. No, they're charging us $70 right now for promises that who knows if they're ever coming. Oh, well, you know what, guys? We decided not to move ahead with split screen co-op. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Well, but wait, you promised. Well, you got my $70. What happened? We don't want that. They're not asking less of us. They're asking more of us and giving us less. The Grindhouse says no way to that. Put the kibosh on that one. So, he said gas games are going to PC day and date, because they need that large install base for a multiplayer game to get that engagement and to get the potential customer to engage into the gas service game. So this is not new that Sony wants to put games day and date. The issue that I have is exactly what I said, was don't dilute our experience because you're doing it everywhere. Like, if this game is going to be worse because it goes day and date on PC, or missing stuff, and we've seen this. That's what I'm saying. This is not hyperbole. We've seen games.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go! Yes! Yes!
We've seen taking it on the chin moments.
Would you chip that? What you just played?
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
We've seen what happens when you spread too thin. We've heard what happens. My problem was that Microsoft and Xbox said everything that we will do and everything that we will ever do will be everywhere day one. The all-in approach. And some games that may work, some games it doesn't. But there should be the judgment of the management and the executive team to determine where a game will succeed best. I said before, Sony is specifically targeting specific games to go into a service day one, to go on PC and console day one, to be exclusive to the console on day one. Depending on the game and where they find it will do the best success. That's the point. You want a calculated approach, not a chum the water approach. You want to get the fish that bite, you're going to put the bait that they're going to eat. You're not going to throw a bunch of chum in the water and hope you're going to get a quality fish, because all you're going to get is the fodder. And that's Microsoft's approach. Chum the water, we may get something that bites. I say it all the time. Sony's like, you know what? This game will do well everywhere. Okay, put the bait, throw it in the water. That's the calculated approach. That is the best optimized approach. And when you're doing that, you could have confidence in that game to know where it's going to land. But when you are chumming the water, some games will hit, some games will be this. Remember, Phil said we'll release games in the 80s, we'll release games in the 60s. He's fine with that because he's chumming the water. They're chumming it. Throw everything out there, see where it goes. Oh, look, Hi-Fi Rush is a surprise. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the Redfall, it's a flop. It is what it is. I take it on the chin. That's the problem I have. I don't want chum. I want quality because they're expecting us to pay for it. You know? Game Pass went up in price. PlayStation Plus went up in price. Games going up in price. Sony may even increase the prices, according to the leak, even more. Well, if you're increasing the price, you better give me better value. Because I'm not going to pay for it if you're going to give me chum and expect me to pay $100. And that's where we talk here at the Grindhouse. This is where we are, because we're just consumers. I'm not no insider. I'm not no. I buy games just like you guys do, and girls. That's it. I buy everything that I'm interested in. I'll tell you if I like it. I'll tell you if I don't like it. But I'm not gonna lie. I tell exactly the way I feel about stuff. If you don't like what I say, then hey, you don't like what I say. I'm not telling you to like what I say. I appreciate you listening to me and engaging. Engagement. But anyway, I want the calculated approach. So when I hear games everywhere, that doesn't mean instant success. My first question is, uh-oh. That's my first response is, uh-oh. What do you mean games everywhere? What do you mean? Well, what kind of game is it then? Is it of quality? Is it of I don't know. But again, I don't know why we're coming back to this like this is a surprise. I don't know if it's justification that Xbox made the right choice and Sony, the console, is dead. Listen. What is the next thing on this list? What is the next thing? Sony announces this week that they sold 50 million consoles. And you say, well, sales. Well, I told you, sales are mind share. Sales are mind share. And what happens? 50 million consoles they sold. They are outpacing the PS4. Quality over quantity. That's right, me. Look at the Switch. Look at the PlayStation. Look at the blue and the red. That is from VG charts, but it's a visual. I got to do a visual. This is a video. Who is the one that's saying consoles are dead? Consoles, it's not the future. Consoles don't matter. What color tells you consoles don't matter? Which one? Is it the blue? Is it the red? Or is it the green? From this chart, if I said console sales don't matter, all games should be everywhere, who cares? What color would that come from? What color? Tell me who would say that. The red? The red would say console sales. Nope. All games everywhere. We don't need the consoles to succeed. Put everything on PC. We don't need a console. What color? Just the visual. Tell me. Who would say that? The one that's almost flatlining, right? The green. If all these colors were low and dropping and flatlining, I would say, yeah, you know what? Consoles, people are just not into them anymore. People don't want to play on consoles. They'd rather play on their phones or on PC. I remember in 2012 that console sales were going to be dead. Michael Pachter was saying it because everybody wants to play on an iPad. Oh, the iPad is taking over gaming. Console sales, 2012 consoles, nobody's going to buy a console anymore. Everybody wants to play on an iPad. Remember that? Smart glass, Wii. If console sales are working, if the consoles are selling, then why was everybody in a rush to just say that they don't work? If all of them were down, I would say yeah. So why would Nintendo and Sony sacrifice this to put it everywhere? My point, that's the point. It's not to say who's doing better. All I'm trying to say is if the console was really dead, we would see nobody wants to play on console. all these would be flatlined. They wouldn't be overselling what they already done. So the narrative that PC is where it's all going, dude, yeah. The console is a preferred is a different platform. And I've always said this before. The console, PC, and mobile are 3 different types of gamers. They have different expectations, different input devices. Some games may transcend those 3 different platforms, but not all games. Not all games are going to be your Minecraft or Roblox. And you cannot keep making Minecraft and Roblox to satisfy all 3 of them. Phil said it under oath. The mobile gamer didn't want to play Gears of War on their phone. Gears of War is a console game, and they may experience it on PC. But when you sell 50 million consoles, what do you like? And now they plan on releasing a new one. The thing is like, the console market exists, and there's people that prefer it. And if you make first-party games and you make first-party hardware, there should be some sort of advantage to the end user as well. Like just buying, I don't know if you guys remember buying like a first-party controller versus a second-party controller? Remember the difference in buying a I remember man getting that jank controller going, dude, you're player 3, you're gonna get the GameStop controller. No, I don't want that one. It has like the buttons are all messed up. Yeah, we get the first party controllers, you get the other one. Remember that? Now they make just special controllers. But I don't know if you remember back in the day about using a second party controller. You didn't want to get stuck with that one when you were playing. I remember that, dude. Because nobody wanted to spend all that money on controllers, so they always bought like the second party jank controller. It's like, nah, dude. Yeah, you're getting that one with the friggin' flappy thumbsticks. Mad Cats. Dude, remember second party control? Like, there's you go buy an Apple product made by Apple versus some offshoot product. It may work, it may buy nice or buy twice. The EB Games controller, like Mad Cat. Remember that? Nobody wanted to get stuck with the second party controller. So, listen, if the hardware company is making software, the expectation is that there is better optimization, better utilization of features, things like that. Mad Cats was the third. Dude, I remember Mad Cats. I remember the Xbox wheel had that. That thing was awesome. I can't believe they never came out with a new one. The Xbox 360. Man, 360 had crazy first-party accessories. They were awesome. Yo, I know. I love rhythm games. I'm sick. I'm pissed off that Guitar Hero. How's Epic Games bring back Guitar Hero? I thought Activision's supposed to do that. But anyway, digress on that one. But the thing is, my point is that if all consoles were going down, this venture for Sony going, oh, we got to go to PC. Why would Sony jump into PC if their console is selling? They will do it. But like I said, they will do it with specific games at specific times. They're not going to mass chum it. Because Xbox had to do this because they had to compromise their low sales of the console. Remember, Phil said, what did Phil say? Where is it? Phil, what did you say? We said we lost... Who?
Just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality of...
Oh, he didn't want to talk anymore. But he said we lost the worst console. We lost the generation. Exactly. They're not going to do it on the sense. If they do it, then hey, on them. Then we all go to PC. I don't care. I play on PC anyway. But it's just, the point is that if the consoles for Nintendo and Sony, or even for Sony, are selling, they are going to prioritize that first and then bring it to PC. And then have day and date when it's necessary. That's what they said. And that's what whatever these quote-unquote leaked documents said on the same thing. So, hey, the thing is that we've heard this. With Xbox, the console user felt like second-class citizens. They weren't getting the features and the stuff that they were told they were going to get. PC was getting better. PC was first. I remember when Gears Tactics was launched first on PC. Flight Simulator was first on PC. Oh, well, that's a PC-centric game. They went on E3 stage and announced 2 PC exclusive games. Meanwhile, everybody in the stands was wearing Xbox t-shirts. They weren't there for the PC gaming. They were there for Xbox. Xbox Fan Fest. Tattoos all over the place. Tramp stamps all over the place in the crowd. And they went on stage and said, a new Gears game. It's only on PC. People are, oh, what? You don't do that. When you just hyped up everybody for Xbox, you don't go announce PC exclusive games, dude. That's not reading the room. And then what happened with Redfall? Not shipping with 60 frames per second. What did they say? What did the guys say in the field? Why do we feel like second class? Your first party, that's your first party hardware. That's where you should lead first. And the expectation's not there. And Phil says, we got to get trust. We got to gain trust. Well, you know? And the same thing goes for the Portal. Like, the Portal requires the PlayStation. Whether they turn that into a cloud device, the initial sale of the Portal was that it requires a PlayStation. Like it or not. But they're making the console the piece to expand from. Not cutting off the console to put it on PC. And are those PC sales lucrative? Like, are they? I don't know. But this is not new. It's new for Sony. Microsoft put games for Windows live. Xbox Anywhere. They've done this before. And nobody was like, it's over. 360, wrap it up. You just put Gears 1 on PC, it's over. Games for Windows live. No. Microsoft did what Sony is doing. They made their games come out on the 360 first, and then they put them on PC. They did it. I remember the only game that was day and date back then was Shadowrun. I think Shadowrun was the first cross-play game on PC and console. Was Shadowrun on the 360, which was a great game, by the way. It was a shooter. They made it. But we did this already. We did this. And nobody was saying death to console. The difference is here is that the console really is getting the afterthought with Xbox. And that's a problem. Because you don't abandon your core audience. You bring them along for the ride. You don't say, hey, stay here while I go mess around with the neighbors. No, you bring them all right, or you deliver quality across the board. No taking it on the chin. Have they done it? No, haven't done it yet. Will they do it? Who knows? But Sony's model is working for them. They're looking to expand, obviously. And that doesn't mean that the console's failing. They just sold 50 million. Faster than the PS4. The Xbox is not selling as much as the previous generation with 2 consoles and with deep discounts. And if Phil Spencer said last generation they lost, then what do you call now? But as long as PlayStation could deliver quality, and that's the message, quality, 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 because that's what we pay for. If quality is delivered and we can get that, then that's what we do. There's quality, not quantity. It doesn't matter where it is, because I've said this so many times before. You put these games on every device. Why aren't they on NPD selling? Because those who engage more, 15 million hours played. Well, why did Starfield fall off the top 20 3 months in? Nowhere to be found. It went from 1 to 14 to off. 15 million hours played. Well, what did that get you? If these games are everywhere and everybody's trying them out, don't you think they should have longer legs? So does it work? Putting your game everywhere day one. Maybe you get some big hours played, but is it really do anything? Is it yielding things? Where you see Miles Morales still selling. That's the difference. Like, Miles is still selling. And it's in the service as well. I don't know. Listen, I have no clue. All I'd say is the chum approach of putting everything everywhere and not meeting the demands and quality across the board. That, and not making your console owner who you said was the most important player, the most important asset, that person, and making that person feel less than. That's what they did. And they got to earn that trust back. Sony's keeping their core audience. Nintendo's keeping their core audience while they expand. You like PlayStation? Well, you may like this. Or people, you never heard of this IP? Naughty Dog, you never heard it? Then, hey, maybe you may be interested in it. And that's it. And that's what Xbox used to do anyway. Nobody had a problem then. Nobody was like, it's over. Like, and listen, if it all goes to PC day and date, then it is what it is. But like, I don't know. If it does, it does. I play on PC. I play everywhere, so it doesn't really matter. But what I'm pointing out is the narrative that they want to leave the console when the console's selling and making the money and the games are selling. And if those numbers were dropping across the board for everybody, then I could say, hey, consoles are on their way out. Let's all go to PC and mobile. That's where it is. But if you're a fan of consoles, why would you promote that? That's why I don't understand it. I don't understand how Xbox fans who like Xbox, the console, celebrate everybody going to PC. It's like, are you an Xbox fan? Like, do you like Xbox? Like, what's the point? You want no exclusives, everything here? I don't know. I don't know. Then, like, then PC gaming, fine. Who cares? Like, I don't understand the end of this world. But if it's working for everybody else, then that path may not work for PlayStation and Nintendo. And maybe it'll catch up to them. And that's where I see, like, the budgeting, their games are getting too expensive. And you got to think about it. Like, we look at Sony shifting, right? Sony's like, no gas, we're going to pull back on the gas. Well, they're looking to probably fill in the gaps between their big releases with ways to get money to fund their big releases. I don't know. Really, the main thing is what we see as an end product. That's the main thing. And if Sony's quality dips because they're putting games on PC, then we're going to grind them up. If they come out there and Jim's like, I'm out, there's the other guy saying we're taking it on the chin, then we got a problem. But when we see both the consoles selling better than they ever have, I don't see the narrative going, just abandon the consoles and just put everything everywhere. That might not work for them. And I want to tell you this, as a final note to this whole Sony going to PC, which it's happening. We talk about this all the time. They're doing games on PC. Oh my God. Like, end of the world.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do it.
Spirit activate.
Oh no.
Do it.
Spirit activate.
But every
Spirit
time
activate.
the words
Activate.
PC,
Activate.
mobile are in a PlayStation document, people go AWOL going, why? Why? If them putting it on console and then putting it on PC later is working for them, what does it matter? And if that's the case, you're so concerned, why are games go into the Epic Store and go to Steam? That's even more crazy. That's crazier. Now, I like Steam. I see the benefits of Steam, but my goodness. You put a game that I want to play in Epic Store on my PC, I'm not going to buy it until it comes to Steam? Everybody has their preferences. All right? That's why it doesn't matter what you like. But as a business sense and as a consumer, I do not want to get less than because they are trying to spread themselves too thin. Okay? And maybe that's why Naughty Dog canceled their stuff. Maybe they said, hey, Factions is not going to be up to the quality that we can do. We can't do this, this, and this. So let's nix this and make sure that we come out with quality because we could jeopardize our studio and what we're known for. Because that's what Sony's been hanging their hat on, is quality. Herman Holtz quality splits. That's what they're doing. And you could hear Phil Spencer in 2019. This is where it drives me crazy. In 2019, he said this. So think about Redfall, Halo. And in 2019, he said this. He released Halo 2 years after this and proceeded to show Craig.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the company. Whenever I hear some criticism.
It's still...
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times
not to
where we've
throw
done it.
mud on you, but I have to know that's a fair.
Yeah,
I think it's something
a
fair.
fair
to say.
criticism.
It is
We
fair to
haven't
say.
done our
And-
best quality since 2019. That is the head of Xbox saying we haven't done quality with our first party. We need to do better. We want you to think about quality with Xbox. In 2019, he said that. And then showed Craig the next year, and then delayed Halo and released Halo Infinite in the state that it was in. Then, after that, acquired Bethesda and ensured Redfall came out with quality. He said it again. We need to make sure that we meet the quarterly release with quality. They're chasing quality right now. Hopefully Hellblade 2 is quality. It looks like it. Let's see. Sony is hanging their hat on quality. And if that quality dips, then they lose the gamer. They know that. Because that's what Xbox has been chasing. Getting back into the quality. What it meant to be a first party quality. And if Sony's seeing, dude, it's going to take more money, we got to find ways, but we got to bring the quality because that's what games want to play. And we saw it this year. Subscriptions were down. People don't want the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet. People want the Gordon Ramsay dinners, and they will pay for Gordon Ramsay dinners because the big games were the ones that were selling. And there was a shift this year from subscription gaming to buying games because people are seeing the subscription fatigue set in because people don't want to be overwhelmed with so much. I'm paying all these subscriptions, but not getting anything I want to play or anything I want to watch. Start canceling them. I'd rather just go to the movies and pay $15 and watch what I want to watch rather than paying every month and going and just looking at icons going, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that. Nah, not right now. I'll check this out. Yeah, that's okay. Or would you say, hey, here's $60. I want to play this. I'm going to dive into this game. I'm going to dive into this world. Here's $60. I got now 15, 20 hours of enjoyment. That's the shift that we've seen this year. Hit that like button, grinders. Right? People, Matt Piscatella said it, subscription fatigue. And subscriptions all went up in prices. If they're doing so well, then why are we increasing prices and giving us less work, PlayStation? We increased PlayStation Plus, and all of a sudden I see the games going down the hill. What are we doing here? You want to increase prices and give us less? No, no, no. We're not doing that. But 50 million consoles sold. But one thing I wanted to highlight is let's go back in time. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time to see when million PS4s. Enrique says Hellblade 2 graphically looks great, but gameplay looks painfully bland. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in it. I love Hellblade, but I wish that trailer showed more evolvement of the combat and why it's been taking over 6 years to make it. Where is the PS4? But yeah, I'm gonna get Hellblade day one. Yeah. We'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. Let me see if I can find this. I searched for that specifically. So I don't have this thing up. Because it was almost like, why is this coming up here? Dude. I had the article. What is that, 2016? Yeah, it was 2016. That's right. It was 2016. Oh my god. You know what? Bing, what are you doing here? I'm not using Bing. Oh my gosh. Nice cells. PlayStation 4. You know what's funny is when you look up PlayStation 4 sells 50 million, it comes up as PS5. Like, no, I want the PlayStation 4 selling at 50 million. Because that's what we need to see. Because we're going back in time, grinders. The PlayStation 4 sold 50 million. What was the scenario? It released in 2013, and in 2016, December 6th, the PlayStation 4 was announced. Nah, it was because Edge popped up as Bing. That's why, Sergeant. Sony PS4 sales top 50 million. December 6th, right? What was the scenario? They announced the best Black Friday week, the PS5. Andrew House, 3 years they sold it. We've asked Microsoft for comparable lifetime hardware sales for the Xbox One, first released in 2013, and they never updated it. So, we had Sony at 50 million, and we had Xbox around, let me see, around 29. Let me see where I had it here. It's almost the same. It's pretty crazy. But that was like a year after Microsoft stopped talking about sales. But 2023, 3 years. It's a no, he does not like my music on the thing. But we're around the same thing. So they sold more in the same amount of time. Hey, they're on par. The PS4 was selling like crazy. So it's working for them. Whatever they're doing. And hey, if we get the games, that's all that matters to me on that one. And speaking of moving stuff, and again, I'm not like, to celebrate sales, the thing is that everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing good. But nobody's going to be cutting this thing off anytime soon if it's working for them. Now, speaking of moving around, there's been a lot of shifting going on now after the biggest acquisition of Activision. Well, Phil Ness took no time in saying, Bobby Kotick, get your ass out of here. You grab ass and son of a bitch. Get out of there, you dirty ass Kotick. So we got some good news. Kotick is out, but he got the golden parachute that he wanted. But he's gone. By the end of this year, he's gone. And then what's hilarious in all this news is that we also are losing our good friend Lulu. Lulu. Our good friend Lulu cash out. You know, the sass. Lulu. All I heard all summer was Lulu. Lulu this. Sony doesn't know what they're doing. Lulu. Friend me, Lulu. Big Booty Bobby's out. Grab ass him, goddamn dirty son of a bitch, Ronald McDonald bastard. Man, I look at a picture of Ronald McDonald. Goddamn, Bobby Kotick looks like a friggin' Ronald McDonald. But Lulu's out. Lulu. You know. She brought the sass. She talked to Sonya. Hey, Lulu. Hey, Lulu. Oh, Lulu's gone. Cashed out. Played everybody like a fiddle on a roof. Everybody friended her. Oh, Lulu. She's gone. She did exactly what she needed to do. She cashed out. And people like thanking her. Oh, dude, she got more money than the YouTube channels. The hell are you thanking Lulu for? Lulu. Get the hell out of here. I remember when she was taking pictures with Sarah Bond and all this other stuff. Oh, Lulu this, Lulu this. She didn't give a what? What? Are you that easily manipulated, everybody? Are you that easily manipulated just because she talked sass about Jim Ryan? She's like your friend now? Oh my God. Lulu. Nah, Lulu. Well, she's gone. She had about as much impact to Xbox than nothing. She did nothing. You think she was going to bring a game or whatever? Get the hell, like, no. And I said this, in the search for W's, all you get are L's. Because you're looking up the wrong things. These are the wrong people, Lulu. Lulu won't give a shit. Lulu's not going to make quality games. Lulu's nowhere. Did nothing. She made this. She shot down Sony because Jim Ryan was crying. But why? You got great content creators out there that actually make games. Go support them, not Lulu. And her taking pictures with Sarah Bond and Phil and the whole, when she was doing the whole friggin' Blizzard Activision pictures and oh, look at the girls and everybody's like, look at this great team. The team my ass. She cashed down, she's gone. Gone. Go support the devs. Go find out what's happening to the initiative. Where are those guys taking pictures? Not Lulu. Not grab ass and Bobby Kotick. Get his ass out of here. The dirty bastard. But now, Grinders, guess what? Guess what happened? Big Booty Bobby's out. But our good friend Matt Booty is in. Oh yeah. Matt Booty is clapping across 3 companies right now. New data show, the new release that they showed, the shifting around here that's been going around. My goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. They're going to have Matt Booty clapping in the streets. I don't know how this gentleman could serve this many coffees. He needs to expand the Booty Barista. Because if Matt Booty has to now make sure things get out of the way for Blizzard, Activision, Bethesda, Matt Booty is running it all. His asses are clapping in the streets. They're going to get chapped. Matt Booty's got a case of chapped ass. Because he now oversees it all. Phil Spencer said, give me my second favorite booty. Matt Booty, get your ass in here. No pun intended. And you're going to now lead Activision. Ass grabbing Bobby Kotick is out. Booty is in the building. Booty, go clap your ass over at Activision Blizzard King. Booty, get over here. You're running over here with Bethesda. Clap those cheeks. Oh, and by the way, we got all these studios here. Playground, Initiative. Dude. Cappuccinos all around. Holy shit, Booty, what the fuck? How do they have this one dude? This guy, Matt Bootylicious, covering all this stuff. Man, oh man. Bootylicious is covering everything. I can't believe it. I thought they were going to at least put somebody in there to run Activision and cover them, but man, they appointed Booty. That's a lot of clapping in those streets. I don't know, man. I don't know. Booty oversees it all. Look at this. Here's the thing. The changes here. Oh crap! Matt Booty is going to see Activision Publishing, Blizzard Entertainment, King, Xbox Game Studios, and ZeniMax Bethesda. Look at all those like, dude. And Sarah Bond is just doing Xbox.
A few moments later.
Dude, Booty ass cheeks and be clapping. Holy crap. Big booty hoes up with it. Oh my goodness. Matt Booty.
It's raw,
They gave Booty the raw deal.
It's raw. Come on.
They gave.
I came looking for Booty.
I can't believe that Booty's in charge of all this.
Booty.
How is Sarah Bond? Just Xbox. Like, I think Sarah Bond should have a line to Xbox Game Studios. Don't you think? Like, Sarah Bond's not part of software. What is Xbox then? What is Sarah Bond? She's console releases? Think about the quality that has been coming out of just Alan Hartman's group of Xbox Game Studios. And then how Redfall came out the way it is with Jamie Letta and Matt Booty. Because remember, Hines is out. There's no ketchup in here. Hines is out. Man, oh man. I don't know, dude. That's a lot, man. Booty.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Think about how Redfall came out. And Matt Booty, where were you? So he's game content and studios. And then you see what Phil Ness is. Microsoft Gaming. Lord Hawk says, I never seen so many people fail upwards. I don't know, man. Redfall was a great Booty. We're making you in charge of more stuff. Oh my god. Dude, that has gotta be the quote of the year. Evil formerly S says it perfectly. Shit floats. Dude, that's I don't know, man. I can't believe it. That is a lot of work, man. That's a lot, man. So, like this guy is Chief Operations Officer Dave McCarthy. Dude, that's crazy. Everything is raw. I don't know, man. This is where we're at. See, they originally had Dave McCarthy, the COO, working with Activision Blizzard. That's what it was. And Booty was still overseeing this because they just said that because we didn't think that. They just announced that this year that ZeniMax is going to report right to Booty. And we saw and he is Phil's ear and ass. Twisted Sick with the 5. He goes, speaking of Activision, we learned just recently now that Jason Blundell of Treyarch Deviation is now working for Sony. Yes, I heard that he came back. Interesting. It's crazy. It's all hands off, right? Right. Thank you, Twisted Sick with the 5. My God. I know, like, people moving around. They're moving around, man. Dude, oh, my goodness.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. My goodness. I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's a lot for Booty to run. But we'll see. Well, we already saw what he's been doing. So, but we said he's Phil's ears, so he's gonna go to all these publishers because he's not even run. Like, I don't understand how you run, like how you go to studios, working with studios, and now you're running whole ass publishers like Bethesda, ZeniMax, and you're all going to one person. Like, I thought they were gonna have branches, right? I thought they were going to have like a branch. There was going to be a branch of Activision, a branch of Bethesda, and kind of make them
customer.
work in their silos. I didn't think they were going to take these whole ass publishers and make them report into Matt Booty. I don't know how he oversees all those games because he couldn't even try to, like, there was management problems just with running Alan Hartman's Xbox Game Studios. Now he has whole ass publishers that have studios under them. Oof. And Activision nonetheless. Now they got Ryan, not the studios, they got publishers. He's running publishing now. Like, how do you go from macro to micro? Right? How do you go from like the vision of Bethesda publishing and all their work to Xbox Game Studios and like project directors? That's a lot. So, hey, good luck to him. I'm sure quality will be of the top concern over there and making sure quality is coming out. I am sure quality is enforced. But that's a lot, dude. That's a lot of coffee. That's a lot of coffee for Mr. Booty. Cappuccinos all around. Everybody's getting cappuccinos. The bootylicious coffee. Everybody's getting it. That's a lot. That's a lot of clapping. That's a lot of clapping in the streets. What is it? Oh, let me go here. Where is it? I just want to be reminded one more time. Let's see. What does he do again? I think, where is that? Who was it? It was what the hell is it? The game. There it is. I think we just need one more
calling
reminder.
And checking in. Like, you are the head of Xbox Game Studios. What is your job? Like, what are you actually doing? And I know that's such a broad question, but like, is your job to kind of check in with the different teams and like kind of like how much is the strategy of like content roadmap and all that? Like, what is your job?
Yeah, well, first, the games and the game teams, that is all because of our studio heads, right? Like, we talk about, we've got 23 studios, but behind every
23 studios. This is when he was head. Dude, this is when he's talking here when he was in this guy's role. Alan Hartman, Xbox Game Studios. Let's hear more.
Oh no!
Let's hear what he does.
We suck again!
one of those studios is a studio head, a leadership team. And we've talked about this a little bit before, that we're very creator-led, right? And it doesn't mean that the design lead is running the studio, but it just means that our studios are formed. You could build a studio around a business approach. You could build it around a marketing approach. We build our studios around production. So when it comes to, nobody needs me playing game designer. Nobody needs me in there helping run their studio. My main job is to make sure that those studio heads have got what they need. So that is, I am their voice back to Phil's leadership team. I'm their voice back into the broader Microsoft. And really my job is to wake up and say, is there something in somebody's way? Like right now, what is Bonnie Ross, who's, working with her team to get, hey, is there anything that I can do to help her today to get out of the way? What is, Alan Hartman, who's working on Forza Horizon 5? Like, what do they need, the team at Playground? And it's really just to be of service to them, to get stuff out of the way. And there is that strategic aspect to be the person who's looking down the road. Phil and the leadership team that I get to work with do a great job about, we kind of break things down into sort of there's, near term, some midterm, and then some longer term stuff. I mean, I was talking with our leadership team, I think it was last week. It's kind of interesting to think that at one point in time, our xCloud was one of those far off in the distance things, right?
Dude, I say you guys are hilarious in the freaking chat. I can't. I gotta read some of these. These are freaking hilarious. You guys, you guys crack me up. Holy crap! Oh my god, yeah. Where's Bonnie Ross now? Goddamn, yeah, boys. There's so much pressure on Booty now. Hope you don't get hemorrhoids. Dude, oh my goodness. Yo, Ryan, I'm the guy who takes the specs from the customers and I bring them to the engineers. That's from Office Space. What do you do here? I'm a customer's person. I take the specs and I bring them to the engineers because I do. But can't the customers just bring them to the engineers themselves? No, they can't do that. I have to bring the specs from the customers to the engineers. I'm a people person. Oh, shit. But you hear what he does, dude. You're right. People are moving on up. Alan Hartman from Forza. Forza just released. People falling upwards. He just got head of the studios. Meanwhile, holy crap, man! Oh my god, I'm a people person. But that's hands off ass first, man. There's a reminder of what he does. He makes sure nothing gets in the way. Anything they need, he goes, "What? Wait a second. What did you just say? We need more sugar in the coffee room? Hold on. The Booty's coming with the sugars. What? We don't have enough toilet paper in the bathrooms? Yeah, Booty, get in there. Booty. Playground Games needs more toilet paper. Oh, shit, I gotta get over there. Dude, they're missing sugars. Holy crap. You heard what he does. Now, that dude now is running all of Activision. I make sure nothing gets in their way. Hey, Bobby Kotick. Oh, Bobby's leaving. Grab Asson. Like, listen. Hey. That's what they decided to do. Will that yield quality? I can't see how one person, dude, could oversee not only just the studios, but the publishing as well. Like, he's managing whole ass companies with Activision. Like, think about Bobby Kotick's role. Now Booty's in charge. We went from grab assing to now leading ass. Craziness. Yeah, Pete Hines running the old Jamie Leo, running the whole Gilletta, running the whole friggin' thing. Report the Booty. Yeah, everything's good, Booty. Nothing here. Thousands of games are doing fine, Booty. Okay, good. All right, good. Booty's just a yes man. Oh, everything good here? Yeah, everything's good, Booty. All right, good. I'll tell Phil everything's good. And then Phil comes out and goes, what? I thought we were going to get a 90 on this game. What do you mean? Booty said everything was fine. Well, we thought it was fine too, Phil. It's hands off ass first. That's the problem. And like I said before, with great power comes great responsibility. You are getting all this IP, all this content, all these employees, all these studios that do everything better. What does Machine Games do? What does id Software do? What is the benefit? Like, what are they? What the hell is the other Raven Studios and stuff like in Activision? Like, what do these studios do well? When you're that high up, how do you even know that? Are you even talking about, oh, they do what they want to do? Like he says, like, we are production. Production. Does that mean quality? Does that mean that he's like, they don't need me in there doing this? He was saying that when he was running just the Xbox studios. Now he's running whole ass publishers. He was saying when he had 20 studios, he's like, they don't need me in there, saying what it is and all. They don't need me doing that. Well, what the hell are you going to do now? You got whole ass publishers. How are you going to be involved in that? Does this guarantee quality moving forward? Does this mean Phil's going to have an eye to the ground to know what the hell's going on and what is getting released? Or he's just going to say, Phil, is he just going to walk in and go like this?
Would you ship that? What you just played?
We ain't found shit.
That taking on the chin. So when you think about this, it's like, well then, how do we have Phil Spencer as the mouthpiece as to telling us what's going on when Phil Spencer's so disconnected from what's going on at these studios? How can Phil say, well, I played the game, it's good? Did you, Phil? What? I don't know. But it's a lot. That's a lot for one person. So we'll see. But that's why you want ears and eyes to the ground. Especially when you're trying to get back into it. 352 studios. Yeah, they have tons of studios. But like, when you have that much, you got to have ears and eyes to the ground to ensure that you're getting quality out of your customers. Because I've always said this for the last 5 years. Game Pass and Microsoft's success is all going to be driven by their first-party content. Not where it is, but quality first-party content. It's not going to be getting a third-party game in their service. No. Game Pass and xCloud and Microsoft's vision lives and dies based on their first-party output. And that was, I said that back when they only had, in 2018, when they had their studios. I said Game Pass is gonna be built off of whatever those dudes put out. And they haven't put out anything for 2018, a lot of them. Now, they've integrated Bethesda, they integrated Activision. Their first party blown up. It's still gonna be what they deliver on. And that's a lot of people to see. So good luck to Booty, but that happened as well. And maybe, I don't know how Sony runs their stuff, what their structure is, but it sounds like they may have a better grasp on what actually their studios are doing and knowing what is best for them and cater to their strengths, rather than just making them do whatever they can do and we'll sort it out later. But we will see. But that structure there, I can't believe it. So I couldn't believe it. When I was happy that Kotick was out. But man, when they said Booty's running Activision, I'm like, oh, holy crap. I thought they were going to keep that separate. And I think a lot of people thought that they were going to keep them as separate publishers, like different wings under Microsoft Gaming, and it doesn't look like that. It looks like they are all just lumped under Matt Booty. Studios, publishers, everybody is just all going to him. And Sarah Bond just sits there on their Xbox. I would make Sarah Bond in front of Xbox Game Studios. That's what I would do. But maybe she don't have software development. Maybe that's why he keeps Booty around. Because Booty was part of Minecraft. But, hey man, good luck. But that was a huge, big thing. So, we have the leaks, the Wolverine, the roadmap, and like I said, one studio. And you want to know what's interesting too? One thing I was just thinking of too. You know what's interesting is that when we got these leaks for Insomniac, what did we get? What was in there? Games. And if you remember, back when all these emails and all this stuff from Phil and Matt Booty and Tim Stewart and all this other stuff, not one. And remember when Microsoft showed their roadmap, and they showed engagement roadmap, and their growth was based off of this is when we release the next console. This is when we release Game Pass on Samsung TVs. This is when we do this. And their milestones were based off of devices and software, but not games. It was awful we're gonna add this. We'll get more engagement when we put Game Pass on Samsung TVs. When we release another console. When we do this. And it's just why don't you have games lined up here? We never got anything on how anything is going. It's just so interesting. when we see that there were no games as kind of pillar points for Microsoft. Like, they didn't say, hey, we're going to release this game here. That's going to give us big engagement. There was nothing there. And it could have been different stuff. But I was just thinking about it. I was like, it was just so weird how, when we look at the roadmap, when we see roadmaps and stuff, we'll see games as kind of like points. But Bond doesn't have. Oh yeah, Just Wait says Sarah Bond doesn't have any gaming background. Oh, then why is she head of Xbox then? She worked with T-Mobile. Oh yeah, somebody told me that. Yeah, she worked with T-Mobile before. So she doesn't have any kind of software gaming background, but she's head of Xbox though. Well, she's Xbox head. I don't know, man. Rise as they wake up for booty. I don't know. Like, it really is very, very interesting where these studios are going and where everybody's going here. And it's going to be a crazy new year, dude. I think it's going to be pretty wild. Seeing where we go from here with everything. But, so we got the leaks. We had the Sony at 50 million. One of the things I did want to touch on, I didn't have in the topics, is the closure of the studios of the VR. And as you know, I'm a big proponent of VR. I really like VR a lot. Let me see if I have that. I don't even know. But the studio that made Firewall 2, Firewall Ultra, they shut down. They said they couldn't sustain. They said that not the uptick of VR. They wrote this here. Shout out to Zuby Tech. There we go. He said Sony Interactive. Oh, and this was the other thing too that came out. Well, along those lines, in that First Contact shutting down, they also said that marketing Eric Lampole says it's a bit of a challenging category right now. Sales are going well. Talking about the PSVR 2. I think there was a higher expectation generally for what VR would do to gaming. He said that, and then Microsoft got out of mixed reality, so that whole scam, because Microsoft just backs out of that thing. Remember they were talking about walking around doing Excel and all this other stuff. I think it's pretty interesting that they released Excel, PowerPoint, and Office on a Quest and just said, yeah, we're out of it. I remember when people were buying like Samsung headsets and stuff like that. But Microsoft mixed reality is done. The PlayStation VR, I'm a little disappointed in this because I kind of felt this. If you know that, I said this a couple of days ago, that I felt like Sony just kind of put VR out there to say, hey, here you go. If you want it, you want it, you won't want it. I'm gonna tell you right now, like I think if you really are into VR and you really want like a constant stream of games and experiences, the Quest 3 really, I'm very impressed with it. I'm very impressed with the Quest 3 on like what it offers in a day, like the mixed reality, the games, the content, the amount of stuff, the free stuff, it really is really good. And I think the VR the PlayStation 1 has a lot of potential, but I feel like Sony's just kind of leaving it out there, dude. Like, I want more first-party stuff from them to show support for VR because they did it with the first one. So hopefully they don't just kind of let this thing just ride out on there because they have a great piece of technology with it, and they're really gonna have to lean into it if they're gonna come out with a Pro. I'm sure the VR 2 is gonna get some even more upgrades with that. So they can't kind of leave it out there. So I really think that they really need to, they hyped it up, they released it, they had Horizon. Don't stop. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, if you want an experience, I would recommend the Quest 3. Quest 3 has a lot of the games that are on the PSVR, and in addition, like I said, the mixed reality experiences, and I feel like that's where a lot of the experimentation is there. If you just want high-quality games in VR and that's it, then the PlayStation VR 2 is good for you. There are definitely high-quality games. I haven't played Asgard's Wrath 2 yet. But they're high quality games on MetaQuest, but it does offer other things as well and a lot of experimental stuff, which is fun. And but the Quest 3, man, there's so many incredible experiences on there. And the fact that you can sit on a couch play, you can do that, I really enjoy it. So I don't think VR is dead anytime soon. I just think that people are just trying to find their way. And Microsoft's out of it, as with everything. You know, the richest company in the world, they drop it. But yeah, GT7. See what I mean? Like, those are the big ones. Like Alpha Ghost, like GT7. Those are that's the stuff. Like, even No Man's Sky and things like that. So, but yeah, like I didn't like for that. Microsoft's out of mixed reality, so they're not doing that whole mixed reality. They're not going to integrate it in Windows anymore, so they're out of their stuff. Yeah, where's the Microsoft one? I think they are out. Here it is. Here, they're killing the mixed reality. If you remember, they had like Dell was making headsets, and it's depreciated and will be removed in release of Windows, so it's done. I agree, Evil. Max has been trashed, dude. Like, that's like a cesspool. Like, the fact that they threw Discovery stuff in there, like, oh, and that's not happening with Sony anymore. That was another topic that came in. Trying to think of like last minute things here and there. What's up, Coon1985? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? Happy holidays. Hit that like button, grinders. We're winding down. Just doing some random kind of news here. Just kind of seeing anything else. Oh, Tom Warren got banned for joking that you could play Wolverine on PC before PlayStation. He got banned from was it Reset Era? Because he was being he's being journalistic. He was being real journalistic. He's like, with respect to everybody, blah, 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 but let me make a joke. And they didn't like it. They banned them. That's another news article. We're just doing some miscellaneous stuff here. Going down to Twitterverse. They're roasting him because he said that, which I think was, yeah, it was a joke, but dude, come on. Hey, man, let's see. I don't know. I didn't think too much of it, but I'm like, they didn't like it. It is what it is. Twitter's a mess. I don't know what to say. The only reason why I do Twitter is a shit thing. The Twitter's a disaster, dude. It's a mess. Do yourself a favor. Stop arguing with people on there. We'll save you a couple brain cells because it's not worth it. Just use it for some news, some images, some stuff, and call it a day. But don't get into the debate. It's a waste. It's a waste to try to convince people and talk to people. And it is what it is, dude. This is what it is. Who's this? Just looking. The charts. Dude, listen. I think a final thing, like, do I think any, like, what's kind of prediction of what I think? Again, this is just what I think right now, yeah. Which I think is like a game on PC. I hate PC has its quirks, definitely. Definitely. It's all right. And then I saw this thing too. And this kind of goes into this article here about, like, PlayStation Studios might go to mid-size. Like, I saw this thing because of these leaked documents. Studios taking notes from Miles Morales that they may do more, mid-size games in between big budget games. Yes, I finished Iki Island. Just wait. What are you talking about? I just finished it. Like I said, they're trying to fill, like, even Matt Booty said it back in the day. Well, in between our bigger games, we're going to make little ones. Like, just make great games. I don't care. I don't care if they're AA, AAA, as long as they're fun and they're quality. That's the thing. Like, no problem with Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush is great. Is that going to move the needle as opposed to dropping an incredible Hellblade 2 that's like lights out? No. But it's good to get a great game. Like, why not? But Microsoft's in a different scenario now. They're trying to earn trust and get people back into the business. And, it's a start, but you got to make great games. And then Phil comes out 6 months later saying, if we just make great games, nothing's going to change. Like, console sales won't shift. Like, if you find no value in making great games, that's a problem. And I think that is the worst quote of ever. Hearing the head of Microsoft Gaming saying that just making great games won't change the console, if you don't feel like it has an impact, without clarifying that great games are important. That has got to be the worst thing this year that has happened. Like, I think that is the worst quote ever. I don't care how angry he was. I don't care how much he took it on the chin. But great games matter. Whether they're Miles Morales that sells. Like, was Miles Morales a failure? No. No. Miles Morales is still selling. So if they make more Miles Morales like with Venom, why not? As long as they don't take away from their big games. And that was my always thing about Naughty Dog. That was my rant last week. It was like, you never told us that making multiplayer game would take away from your single player. Because then I think people will be like, you know what? Stop it. But you said you could do it all. Neil Ness on that one. So if you could do it all, then I'm fine. But if you're going to be taking away from that quality to do this, and you can't work on it all, then you need to cut something. And that's the whole point. Like, it's common sense. We don't want compromises. There will be compromises, but we just don't want to see them. I finished Iki Island, just wait. Why are you on my ass? I finished it. I completed Iki Island. What else? What am I freaking... I'll bring him on goddamn profile. He says he's at work. Check my account. What is he? I don't know. What's the trophy for it? Oh, man, I got to sign in with this. Oh, forget about it there. I don't have my PlayStation on. But yes, I finished Iki Island. I finished Astrobot as well. Astrobot is great, man. We need more Astrobot. But, the thing is that it's games, dude. It's games. And whether they're small, whether they're big, it is what it is. And I know people go AAA, but, you need to have your bangers. And you need to have small ones as well to fill in the time. Both are great. Exactly, both are good. Everything. It was great. Like, that's all you want. Like, it's not crazy this. And if Sony could put games on PC and PlayStation and with the same quality, then more power to them. But if that quality dips and excuses are made that we can't be feature complete because we're making it on too many devices, then we got a problem. And we've heard that. That's why when people go, just do what Microsoft's doing, it's like, no, because Microsoft has yet to prove this works. They're not talking about subscriber growth. They're not demonstrating amazing quality games. Everything's coming out with an excuse. They're not prioritizing their console and making sure that Starfield at 60 frames on an X. They're not bundling, trying to move consoles. They're not talking about how incredible they're doing. They're selling less consoles with games than when they had games. Then they had no games last year. They're selling less consoles this year. So they are scrambling and have yet to prove that any of their promises, any of their stuff, their mixed reality bet, their VR bet for 1X, none of it came to fruition. Mixer was going to be driving content. Never came to fruition. Kinect, change the way you play. Barrier with the control. All the decisions that Microsoft made has yet to really yield something that should be copied. But Sony's going their route in a different way. They will explore and put things on PC. They'll put things in games as a service. They'll be put games in PlayStation Plus day one. But it goes to the game is made and the game is put where it needs to be based on where they find that it will have most success. That's common sense. And the game could be made for the game and not for the distribution model. Because when you know that everything you're ever going to do, ever going to work on, ever going to be, is going to be put into a service day one, there's a perception there. There's definitely compromises that probably need to be made. Episodic, put it in this, doing in that. But when you know a game is going to be sold for $70 and that's the only place, you know a game is going to move your console and move your services, you know how to market it. That's why when you see the marketing, Sony knows how to market. They know the beats because they know what they made. That's why when you see Microsoft, they either stealth drop it, they drop it over here, they do it over here. There's no confidence, there's no consistency, there's no lead up to release. It's just like a CGI and you never hear from it again. It's in assets. It's all over the place. Stealth drop. Like it's a grab bag where Sony has marketing beats. We're going to show you campaign. We're going to show you enemies. We're going to show you the map. We're going to show you other things. And still, like, you know how that works. That's when you know what you're making and you have confidence in what you're making. We need to see more of it. That's all I say from it. But with that, grinders, let's leave you with a little video here. A little sound bite for the grinder that hung in there. Hit that like button. You may be familiar with this. You heard this before on the Gaming Grindhouse, but I thought while we have over 200 people in here listening live on the holiday weekend, why don't we get a little bit of Christmas tune and sit back, get a hot cup of coffee in the morning, maybe some cocoa, and let's listen to a nice little tale. The night before the Series S. Let's get the fireplace going. I have my little, let's see if I get this thing. Oh,
Yes, we're ready.
oh man, what is this? Here it is, grinders. Happy holidays. Let's listen to this. Here we go. It was the night before the Series S, and all through the house, not a first-party game released this year, as quiet as a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes for some Game Pass cards, because to pay even $1, I wouldn't dare. The fans were all nestled with Phil Ness signatures on their backs, in hopes that someday Xbox will be back. In my bed after a session of God of War and knowing how great gaming can be, I now sleep with a smile, knowing what my PS5 has coming in 2023. When I rose from my bed, because I heard such a clatter, I jumped to the window to see what was the matter. Through the window, what I never thought could be. Jesus, it was Phil again, and now he's working with booty. I should have known that smell from a mile away. But it was Christmas. I never thought they would bring that trash this way. On the rooftop, they made so much noise, talking all in the same, going back and forth on how they could get fans excited for not releasing a single game. I looked out again this time at a glance so quick, I knew they were back again with the same old shit. More rapid than eagles, his courses they came. Phil whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Greenberg, now Major, now Brad. Like Satya said, we cannot appear sad. The FTC is watching our every move. We suck and need Activision, and it needs to go really smooth. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pouring with each little hoof. As I drew my hand that was turning around, down the chimney Phil Ness came with a bound.
Oh no! We suck
He was
again.
all dressed in Xbox merch from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of Series Series S's he carried on his back. I rolled my eyes and said under my breath, "What is this crap?" His eyes, they twinkled, his dimples no less. He knew what he was doing, ready to spin that Phil Ness. He spoke tons of empty words and told me just to wait, but to continue to subscribe to Game Pass, even though his first-party games didn't have a release date. He kept talking and talking without a twitch. He said I should be grateful for winning awards, bitch. Oh, gee, Phil Ness. He's winning awards, bitch, he said. Gee, you ruined my... You nasty Phil. He then opened his pack to try to put the Series S under my tree. I said, hell no! I would shove that up your booty. Then I smelled a whiff that I never thought it'd be. Jumping in my living room, it was him. It was that dirty ass booty. He said, hands off. Phil is my friend, one of his bests. Now let him go to deliver the Series S. He proceeded with a story that I soon will block. He said all the stores had so much overstock, and then to get rid of them all as fast as can be, because no one wants to play a next-gen game at dynamic 1080p. I told him to leave and walk out the back. As they walked out, I said, don't forget this sack. I said one word and it shook them to the core. I said, stop all this. It's the games the gamers come for. He shook in fear and sprang to his sled and gave his team a whistle. And they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight. He said he's excited for what he didn't show. Wait till E3 and have a good night. Wait. This is not over. He said the same shit 2 years ago. This guy's a con man. We can't keep him letting this go. Now buying up publishers, his approach while regulators are breathing down his neck. And look at that 2022 and next year with no dates. It's worse than a train wreck. Uh-oh. I look at my window and he's coming back, hoping that I went to sleep so he can unpack his Series S sack. Oh. I ran outside and knew falling snow with my shotgun drawn and about to go. I yelled, now Greenberg, now Major, now Booty and Phil. You try to bring this S under my tree and you're gonna get a Phil. Phil turned his sleigh as quick as Halo Infinite fell from grace. Even he could not spin the falling of that player base. As he flew away, this time for good, he said he'll never come back to this neighborhood. But he'll try to buy it with Stutter and Satya's money, and then he'll be laughing. Oh, how funny. So he yelled one more time for those to hear and see. I will buy all of you and see you at E3. Yo, grind is dude, that's wild. Oh man, who's that crazy person doing that thing? Well, anyway, thank you everybody. Have a happy holidays. Hit that like button, subscribe. We do fun here at the Gaming Grindhouse. Subscribe for the new year. More content coming your way. Hit that like button. Comment below what you're planning on getting this holiday, and we will chat again in a week or so. But yeah. Keep it locked here. You never know when it's going to come. But thank you again, Grinders. Have a happy holidays, great weekend to everybody and their families. Talk to everybody about it. Remember, it's all about gaming, all about fun. Have a great time. Talk to you guys later. See you later, everybody.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Plague Tale Requiem. What to play first?